Alright, what's up Coaster Demons? And today I'm going to tour you around my Roblox park that I made named King's Fortress. I will put a link in the descriptions to this park's name. I mean the park actually in general, so you can play this game. We are here with Capital Coasters. I will put his channel link in the description as well. His character is weird. But anyways, let's get into the park. So you walk through this entrance right here. And then this is the King's Park, so I have the Eiffel Tower, there's a drop tower, and we'll get to those coasters later. Um, Also, if you see some like Discord messages at the top of my screen, that's because people are inviting me. Anyways, let's go over to Grizzly first. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you on rides everything here, but I'm gonna try and get as many as I can for you guys. So Grizzly is the park's PTC winning coaster. It's a pretty good ride. It flies over these hills. I'm going to try and make it go faster. As you see, there it goes over one hill, but it's crawling because it's going pretty slow. So we'll come back here probably later, and if I'm not able to come back to Grizzly later, you guys can check it out on your own since I'm going to put the game link in the description. So now we're going to go over to Horizon, which is the park's B&M Giga Coaster. I know it looks a little bit weird, but I tried making a B&M version of Intimidator 305 on Roblox. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted to, so I might actually do a haul refurbishment of it. I still think this is a pretty good ride, and let's take a ride. Okay, let's turn and go into Q line. Horizon, as you see, it says over the station. We're gonna go right here. Click on regen. If you click on regen, it's going to bring the ride back to the station. It could take around 45 seconds to do, but it's I mean, it's quicker. But if you see someone on the ride, please do not regen it for them, because that's not nice just to regen it if somebody's on it, because then it's going to ruin the ride experience for them. So alright, let's ride Horizon now. So as you see, I put some lights on this Swift Hill. I also have some cool sound effects for like the chain lift and all that. You can see the chain is kind of moving too as you go up. It's pretty cool. And alright, here we go down the drop. The drop is a little bit weird. It's like more than 90 degrees, as you could see. And then we do like this sharp bank turn right here. We go over this airtime hill. And another airtime hill. And then like right here near the finale, you do some turns and stuff like that, and there's an airtime hill right there, and then you hit the brake run. Okay, so that is Horizon, the park's being a big coaster. So now let's go over to my favorite ride in the park, and what many people say is the best ride here as well, Wendigo, which is the park's Gravity Group wooden hyper coaster. In real life, this ride would reach a top height of 265 feet and probably reach a top speed of 80 to 90 miles per hour. This thing is really good, and let's take a ride on it. There's like a cave right over there that has sound effects and all that, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, the Swift Hill isn't the fastest thing in the world, but it goes pretty fast. And yeah, as you see, the chain moves on this too. Alright, so it's gonna take like maybe like 30 more seconds to get to the top of the lift hill, so I'll just explain. So this part popped into my mind back in October, and construction started actually around October, like on Halloween Day. Actually, the park opened around November, and back then the park only had like 4 coasters, so the park's definitely good. Okay, here we go down this awesome drop. You go over these 2 huge airtime hills. Yeah, you just do like so many airtime hills. We'll go to that coaster later, by the way, the one we just passed by. You go over this airtime hill. Those brake things aren't actually the brakes, they're used as launches, because when I first built this ride, it would not make it over the hill, so I had to add some launches, and that's the only way it would speed up. If you're wondering, this game does lag sometimes, so just a warning, if you play this, it will lag. And if you play it on mobile, you're gonna have to turn automatic graphics on, because if you put regular graphics on, it's not going to work. So if you're playing it on a laptop or PC, then you're fine. But if you're playing on mobile, you're gonna need to put it on automatic graphics because it's not. This is a park has a lot of graphics using, and there's a ton of things here. The park's huge anyway. So here's the theming for this ride. I hope the audio works because sometimes the audio indicate doesn't work, and it is working right now. I don't know if you could hear it, but it is. Okay, so that was one to go. Oh, there's Capital Coasters. And now we're going to go ride Ice Glacier, the Blast Coaster. There is Wildwater Kingdom. I'm not going to go inside there today, but I guess I'll show you a quick view of it real quick. It looks like that. Let's ride Ice Glacier, the Blast Coaster now. This was clearly inspired by Volcano, the Blast Coaster. That was at King's Dominion once. This was really going to be a sit-down coaster actually, but then I decided, okay, let's just change it to an inverted coaster. So now we're going to ride it. Okay. Now click that green button right there. And here we go. If the game lags a little bit in this video, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so as you see, it has the first launch, and then you go into like this ice thing I made right here, and then you go out of the top of the ice glacier, I guess, and then just like Volcano, you go around the mountain, or on this it's an ice glacier. And yeah, I'm gonna add more theming to this ride soon, so yeah. And then you hit the brake run, and right here when you ride it, just to let you guys know, you're going to need to click this green button, which is going to bring the train back to the regular station. But yeah, okay. So now we're gonna ride actually, yeah, let's ride Great Wolf. Now this takes forever to get up the lift hill, just a warning. So just skip through the lift hill. This ride can lag a lot, so if it really starts lagging, I am not going to like show an on-ride of this today because this ride is very laggy. And yeah, okay, so okay, here we are at Great Wolf. This is being a forest coaster, by the way. It has a wacky layout, I know that. Somebody actually did make this ride for me. This is one of the only coasters in the park that somebody actually made for me, so yeah. I don't know how much longer this ride's going to be in the park, because this ride is kind of a maintenance nightmare. Like, it derails a lot for some reason, and it's a very laggy ride. It's probably the most laggy ride in the entire park, other than it being a invert, which we'll ride later. But yeah, this is a fun ride. It's weird. It's just a weird ride. It was kind of inspired by Steel Curtain. I could tell that. I said design your own layout, and I want to see how it looks. And I like the layout of the ride. It's weird, but it's kind of unique. Okay, so here we go down this huge drop. This ride would be around 210 feet in real life, by the way. So go down this first drop, go through this huge loop, and then we go through that, and then you hit the mid-course brake run, which really doesn't affect the speed. It's corkscrews right here in this turnaround, and another corkscrew. These corkscrews give great hang time, and then you just get thrown pretty soon, and then this very forceful helix, and that's it. So there's Great Wolf. Alright, so now we're gonna go in the Wild West Village section of the park. This is where Storm Runner, the park's launch star MC, and Desert Hawk, the park's being a one coaster, are. So Storm Runner is a maintenance nightmare. This ride derails a lot, so if you're going to ride it, just be warned that it does derail a lot. My game is lagging a lot. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go front row. And there's Capital Coasters again. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. I'll put his link in the description. So you roll out of the station. Here's the launch. go up the launch, and you just bolt with a ton of speed. Then you go down this pretty good drop. The ride is pretty rough, just a warning. And it lags a lot too, so yeah, do a bunch of bank turns. This ride is mostly focused on big turns, mostly, but it has some really good airtime moments probably too. And you have this tunnel that you go under, and that's it. Wow, it actually worked that time, because this ride usually doesn't work, but it worked that time. Alright, so now let's go ride the other Hawk coaster. Oh yeah, there's also an Intamin launch coaster in this section of the park, which is a custom model I made. It's called a figure 8 Intamin launch coaster model. It's called Wildwater. It's kind of like a Skywarp, like Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster, but it's by Intamin. We're not gonna ride this today, but when you come here, make sure to check it out. It's a fun ride, and yeah. Okay, so now we're at Desert Hawk, and I know this looks like a B&M Hyper, and somebody also did make this one for me. I made most of the coasters here, but this was another one that somebody made for me. And the layout is really weird, because at first I was like, hey, can you build me like a hyper coaster? Because originally this was going to be the park's hyper coaster, but then I built a hyper, and then I wanted a wing coaster, so this is the park's wing coaster. It's actually a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. The train, getting on, and okay, let me adjust my character. Okay. Now here we go. This ride would be about 230 feet in real life. This is a wing over drop right here, by the way, because I did have some of this updated. So this right here is the wing over drop, and you get whipped in the back row down this drop, by the way, so make sure to ride it in the back row. There is a view of the other coasters at the park that we'll be checking out later. So you go down this drop, and we go up this airtime hill right here, and then we go over another airtime hill, and then you do this sharp turnaround, make another turn. You go down these two airtime hills, make a sharp turn right there, you hit the big one. And that is Desert Hawk. So now we are going to ride Intimidator, which is the park's B&M Hyper Coaster. It's actually called Intimidator 250, but I just call it Intimidator at the same time. Okay, and as you see, we get a good view of the park's SNS launch tower. Get a good view of the Eiffel Tower. Here's Storm Runner again. I'll take you through this section of the park real quick. Actually, I'll take you through some other sections of the park too, real quick, because we're right around them. Okay, so right here, this is Planet Snoopy. So the park's kids section of the park. And as you see, we got a wacky one, Cosmic Coaster, which derailed somehow. I don't know how that happened, but alright. Okay, so now we're gonna go to Midway America, which is another section. We got Scream and Swing. We have Electro Spin, and we have some like stands. It's supposed to look like a carnival, so there's like a couple carnival rides. We got some food stands, stuff like that. The Zenho Endeavor is going on as well. I'm going to regen that right now, actually, because that running these flat rides actually it can lag the game a lot, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so now we're at Intimidator 250, and after that we'll ride Predator. But right now let's ride Intimidator 250. Alright, so right here we're going to make a turn, and then we're going to go into the queue. Just jump up the stairs. So this ride, as you heard from the name, would reach a top height of 250 feet in the air. And we'll probably go around 85 miles per hour. This was actually an original hypercoaster named Damien at one point, but then I redid the entire ride up, like changed the layout and all that, and now it's called Intimidator 250, and I just redid everything with the ride. And it's a lot better than the old version, trust me. The old version went really slow. This one flies through the layout. This one's a lot better than the older one. The drop isn't as good as the older one, but everything else is better. Alright, so now we go over these two camelbacks, which we fly over. And then we're going to go through this helix, which is insane. We are then going to go flying over another airtime hill. Another airtime hill, and then we hit the mid-course, but guess what? The mid-course isn't on, so we're just going to get flung over those airtime hills right here. We're going to get flung over the finale of this ride, and it's just, and this was really good. Okay, so, now let's ride Predator, the Instrument Buzz Coaster. As you see, we got that right here, and that's where we're going to next. Alright, here we are. We are at Predator. Which, okay. I just glitched right through those stairs. I am stuck in these stairs. Oh my, I took a tumble. Okay. Anyways. Let's go up these stairs. Alright, here we are. We're in the station, and here's the train. And now click the green button, and here we go. So you go out of this station, and you hit this really powerful launch right here. Like, watch this. You just get you fly through this layout. It's an aggressive ride. Yeah, I tried making this ride similar to Pantheon and Velocicoaster, and I think I did a good job with it. Not sure if I did. Tell me in the comments below what you think of this ride. But yeah, I like it. I think I did a really good job on this. I just built this the other day. This actually just opened yesterday, but it's still really good, and I created this on like last week, so yeah. Alright, so we are going to buy 2 more coasters, and then I'm going to end this video. Remember, I'm going to put a link to this game in the description video for you guys to check it out. So right here we got a Chance Freestyle, we got Crazanity back there, and right here we have a ride named Footloose, which is like those looping rides. I don't know what they're called, but anyways, we'll try Maximum Power, which is a park strata coaster. You could even consider it a polar coaster. I don't know how tall this thing is, probably around 480 feet. This one's just powerful, so here we go. Also, just be warned, this ride does derail a lot, like, so yeah, and for some reason it goes around a lot. Like, I'm still trying to figure out why it goes around so much, because the thing should stop the train. I don't know why. But still, this is a fun ride. Me and my friends mess around with this ride a lot. But yeah, just a warning that this ride is not the most reliable thing in the world or in the park. In fact, I think it might have just, no, it didn't do that. I thought it did for a minute, because it doesn't usually slow down on that break for some reason. Surprised it actually did right there. Okay, so now we are going to ride the Parks B&M Invert, which is called Afterprint, and that is has the same color scheme as Carowinds B&M Invert, which is also called Afterprint. So here's Thunder Express, the Parks family coaster. Yeah, and right here is a memorial to a coaster that was actually just removed the other day from this park. It was called Cyclone, which was an air corkscrew with 2 vertical loops and 2 corkscrews and a small airtime hill. So yeah, okay. So now we're going to go ride Afterburn. This ride does lag a lot. This is probably the most laggy ride in the park. I hope it doesn't lag right here. It doesn't look like it is, so here we go. So most of this ride is like a mixture of Town and Batman of Icons. We have a vertical loop right here, and then followed by Zero G-Vol, and then an Edelman, and then this sharp turn right here. So I guess you consider it a helix. I don't know what this is, probably a barrel roll. And then you do this turn right here, and then like an airtime hold type thing. And you go to this part of the ride, like a insane corkscrew, and then you hit the brake button. Like, this was actually my first inverted coaster I ever created. It's at another one of my Roblox parks. And a lot of people liked it, so I actually have a clone of it right here at this park. And yeah, so that's gonna end off this video. Make sure to check out this park for yourself. It's really cool. I didn't show the whole thing because this park was huge and it would take like 1 hour and 30 minutes if I were to do that, and I didn't want this video to be super long for you guys. But make sure to check this game out because this park I've worked really hard on. It's just a really fun park. So yeah, that's gonna end off this video. Make sure to like this video, also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Also tell me if you would like to make more, if you would like me to make more videos on this channel like this. Keep coasting. I'm like Coaster Demons. Peace.